Scorpio.
Hello Scorpio, this is your forecast for 2014, and we got a lot of aspects. You might have been listening to one of the other scopes here for this month, your moon rising sign or whatnot, but here, yes, we do have a big month. We've talked about these outer planets and how they've been squaring off and opposing and really creating a lot of, bringing to the surface some of the issues, those deeper issues that we have and have worked long-term with. We had it here last autumn, we had it here at New Year's, here we are in April, it's back again, and we're going to be talking about here in April exactly how it's going to be affecting you. So we're going to start off here right away, top of the month, and what you can expect now as the sun passing through your 6th house is the area where you're going to be streamlining, thinking a whole lot about your day-to-day life and routine. How can you make it better? Is there things you can eliminate, make different priorities on your list of to-dos, and it's also your health and how you're taking care of it. You might feel that this would be the time to take some more time off to do yoga or do something that, go to the gym, or maybe even dieting and the foods that you eat, become a little bit more conscious on it. Now, already on the 2nd of this month, you might see that there's an unexpected situation popping up here health-wise or in your daily schedule. So this could definitely happen, with something around you there at work with your coworkers and how you're working at work, the hours that you work. Is it too much? Is it too little? You might just really feel powered up about wanting to make something different, and that might come to you as an intuition or a very deep insight on April 2nd. Then I'm seeing that you're going to act on it. You're not just going to think it. Sometimes when we get these very clear intuitions, we might think about it for a while, but at this time, I see you kind of thinking, this is great. I'm going to act on it, and I'm going to act on it now, because already on the 3rd, you're going to have a communication with somebody above you. Here at work, it's also you bringing up your own sense of authority. Saturn, Mercury, Saturn here trining, and Saturn is in your 1st house. So that has to do with you, who you are, what you're wanting to present, what you're trying to project out into the world, that you have come to a place of authority in your own life. So you're not just starting out here early in life and having to climb. You've climbed to a level where you do know your worth, and you're going to have a talk about this. And I'm feeling that it's going to be good. It's you actually looking out for the level of creativity that you need in order to function, in order to be not just skillful, because you're so skillful, so talented, Scorpio, but you need that inspiration so it can bloom when you work. If it's just very dry day-to-day routine, it's not feeding your spirit. And this is where you're seeing that you're needing more of inspiration so work can really blossom and grow. And I also feel that some of this talk could have to do with children at home. Mercury's in the 5th house for children. And maybe you're feeling that you're needing a little bit more time off for them, so you might alter your schedule. Like I said, streamlining how you work, your day-to-day routine. Do you need to work fewer hours, perhaps, in order to get the Saturnian energy embodied, so you feel you have more day-to-day control, perhaps, just so you don't get overwhelmed, right? And I see you feeling very convinced on this, and you're taking a challenge. You might feel you're taking a risk, you're taking a challenge. Pluto here is squaring up on your sun on this very day that you're having this conversation with some supervisor. It could also be a conversation with your own inner supervisor, okay? But you're taking the challenge, saying, this is what I'm willing to do, because when I give, when I create, when I do, when I work, I give excellent work. I give excellent results. Why? Because that's how you're put together. That's how you're wired. So if you're feeling, because of Saturn, a little overwhelmed, that there's too much, that you can't reach over everything, then the outcome, the results might not be or have been what it is you can do when you're working in harmony. So that might just be one of the reasons for why you're going to have this talk, because you are a result-oriented person and a perfectionist in so many ways. On the 5th, Venus is moving into Pisces, and I think this is going to be really, really great. Here in March, it was going through Aquarius, which is your home life. So you've had more time to spend with your family in March. Now in April, Venus moving into Pisces' 5th house, it's going to free up some of your time. You're going to have that time that you're longing for to be able to be more creative, perhaps spending more time with your children, doing those things that can feed your spirit. Like I said, it's like you've been a sponge feeling so dry, right? If you haven't had time to feed that inner creativity, well, now it looks like you're going to be taking time. Good for you. Listen to what your body is telling you. Listen to what your spirit's trying to tell you. And I can see here from this placement of Saturn for you, you have been overworking. Mars being in your 12th house too, it's retrograding, so it's going to be lingering around in this 12th house for some time to come. It won't be going direct again before May 20th, so we're looking way out there in June. Don't really have the date set up right here. It could be even into July before it moves out of Libra, out of your 12th house. So you have these months where Mars, which is your drive, your goals, your ambitions, it's your physical energy, being in the 12th house and now being retrograde, there isn't a whole lot of extra physical energy within you. So that's making you probably feel a little worn too. And so once again, your spirit is saying, just step back. Step back. Do what is good for you right now. Venus is going to be in the 5th house wanting to do leisure things, whether it's crosswords or dig into the arts, do a little project, something where it's about you, not everybody else, because that's where you've been for so long. I talked about that last month for you too, Scorpio, and I'll probably mention it next month too. As long as Mars is not on track and it's in your 12th house, you want to pull back. It's time to spa yourself. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. So, my blessings to you. It's okay to step back. Don't feel bad. Don't feel guilty. That's something that you can very easily tap into. So don't go there. You deserve every single moment off now. We have the full moon on the 15th, and the full moon for you this month is going to be in that first house of you, your personality, and so you're going to be reaping, you're going to be feeling this full moon really strongly, especially also because the full moon is very shortly after the 15th going to join up here and aspect, do the dance with Saturn, which is in that first house. So I think from the 1st to the 15th, you have done what you need to do to alter your daily routines, and you will feel the full weight of it once you get to mid-month, and I'm so excited for you. So good. But hey, listen, we're jumping back here to Mercury on the 7th, moving out of Pisces. Mercury's your thought wave, brain wave, how you communicate. It has been in March in Pisces, so Pisces, that was you dreaming. How can I change? What is it I really want to do? If I had the freedom to do, what would I love to do now? Well, on the 7th, Mercury is going to take some action, moving out of that creative thought processing into the 6th house of streamlining. It's going to join there with the Sun and Uranus. And so you're going to see that you are taking action, you're taking a risk this month, because on the 8th, the Sun, which is you, is in opposition to Mars, and you're going to say, you know what, I'm just splitting off from stress. I'm cutting it right now. That umbilical cord to stress, I'm cutting it right now. I'm going to do what I want to do. On the 12th, you have a beautiful romantic evening. The whole day looks good. It's Venus conjuncting Neptune. And for you, this will be in the 5th house, so make it romantic. It's the best night of the month for you. The fifth house is about you and love relationships. For those of you single, might meet somebody new here today. For those of you who are in a relationship, it's absolutely fantastic. And I think it's a little celebration in there too for what you have achieved in those first 12 days, making these very important decisions. So yeah, stock up on energy on the 12th, because here we go. We're going to have a very intense month from the 14th onwards, straight through the month, because on the 14th, now you've made some decisions. Now you're, I won't say second guessing yourself, but now you're going to be looking at it in perspective. You're going to go back over it, because the first thoughts you had was the energy of self. I want this and I don't want that. This is what I need to do, and so forth. But now Mercury is coming in, and Mercury wants to analyze, okay, is this the right decision? What consequences will it be? Is this good? You know, and then the 14th, Mercury is, and the 15th, Mercury is going to conjunct Uranus. It's going to square Pluto. So the areas of everything coming up now in this T-square is between your 3rd house, your 9th house, 6th house. So what does that mean? Okay, the 3rd house, where Pluto is how you communicate, the way you think, and the alteration, because right now you're transforming pretty much a huge sphere of your life right now. That's what Pluto is trying to get through on this issue that you've been working on ever since last summer, and what you did there at New Year. So it's breaking through how you communicate it, if you communicate it clear enough, deep enough to those who are listening, but also to yourself. And the opposition here is with with Jupiter in the 9th house, which has to do with a higher thought, not just the day-to-day, but the higher thought is how you think and how you see yourself fitting in that larger picture which Jupiter represents. That gives you objectivity. It gives you more of a far-reaching oversight of where your journey is heading. Where do I want it? Where do I see myself? Where do I want to be? You know, in a year, 3 years, 5 years. So, you know, splitting away from your daily routine, which is the 6th house, which is squared. You know, it's tension, tension, tension. There's something within you resisting some portion of your life. Only you will know what it is. But listen to it, because all of this is going to start ricocheting like a little domino game here all the way up to the 20th. You will have a little backing here. Venus is going to help this Jupiter by trine. So that's you listening to the universe saying, yes, you can absolutely make this change. Yes, you will survive it financially, Venus being financial. You know, if you're doubting whether if you're cutting back on work, will you still be able to survive? Venus saying, oh yes, you will. Jupiter is going to make sure that you will have exactly what you need. Jupiter is abundance. It's like that fairy godmother there that can just give you always at the right time what it is you need. So you will have that conviction. And then also on the very same day, Venus is also going to sextile Pluto, which rules not just money but big money. So there might be some news here of money on the 18th. Venus feeling that yes, something is coming together. So that could be some outer circumstance financially, or it could be your partner saying, hey, listen, we can do this. Together we can do this. If you want to take some time off, you know, I'll come in. At least you'll get the feeling of it is okay to move ahead with a big change. And the big change, looking at here, at the 20th through the 23rd, where everything that can square off will square off. You know, it's really, I'd like to call it birthing process, okay? So you've been feeling the contractions, but on the 20th, very quickly, Venus square Uranus, Jupiter square Uranus, Jupiter opposing Pluto, Uranus squaring Pluto, Mars squaring Jupiter, Mars opposing Uranus, and then Mars squaring Pluto. I mean, that is everything that can stop the old is stopping right there. And let this be a celebration for you, because you've gone through the process for so many months now of this, that this I see as a liberation. This is fantastic. This is what's going to get you up and running and into the new. And in that there is a rebirth, okay? So Yes, it's going to be intense, but oh my goodness, it feels so great to liberate from what has felt like an oppression. And this is going to liberate you in which areas? You're going to be freer to be more social. You're going to be freer now to communicate. You're going to be freer to study, perhaps. Maybe you've been wanting to study and couldn't find time. Well, now maybe you're going to start expanding this area where you can start studying those things that your spirit wants and needs. Like I said, something has dried up a little bit for you personally here over the last couple of years. And Jupiter is thirsty for knowledge, thirsty for insight, thirsty for spiritual directions. And this is where Jupiter now, from April and straight through July, where it is going to be here in this area of Cancer, is going to give you all those gifts. So you're going to be able to catch up really quickly now that Jupiter is moving forward. And from the studies, the research that you're doing, that can actually come to shift your whole career. Once we get into autumn and Jupiter moves into Leo, which is your career house, and it's going to be there for the next 12 months. So you're going to see something big is behind. That's what change is all about. You might feel a little anticipation when we don't know where we're changing to, but that insecurity is just, the universe saying something is working behind the veils for you that you don't know yet. So yes, there is times we have to take a leap of faith. So good luck to you here, Scorpio. If anybody can do it, you can do it, okay? This is the month you've been waiting for, so I'm so excited. And not to mention to look into what's coming up for you in May. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe and hit like if you like it. And come back next month and we'll see what's on the doorstep for you. So in the meanwhile, go listen to your moon, your rising sign, get a little insight more where this huge intensity is hitting other aspects of your chart, which those charts will definitely be explaining to you. So I'll see you next month. Bye now, Scorpio.
Do you follow Karen's daily scopes yet? If not, and wonder what they hold, click the sample link below and listen to both the Astroscope and Tarot Scope and get a feel for what you can expect in your love, career, and financial outlook for today.